Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. Happy Wednesday to you all. So guys, I am driving, so I'm doing another Car Chronicles, and I had a new subscriber who asked me to expand a little bit on why the process is so difficult. Yesterday my recording was about basically just the process, and she's a new subscriber and she is struggling in her process. So I would like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I don't get the notifications all the time, but every now and then I'll see the numbers increase. And I just want to say thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you. Welcome to a page that's filled with all things just positive. We all are the chosen ones, so we hold hands and we help each other. I know I'm speaking, but we help each other through the comment section and emails and all that great stuff. So next, I want to thank those of you who always comment, like, and share. That keeps my channel in rotation with other new viewers. And I'm so grateful and thank you. There's a handful of you who always comment. And I just want you to know, I know who you are. I'm really observing on things like that. So I'm so grateful and so thankful for you. All right, so listen, every message is not going to be a feel-good message, honey. And as I always tell you guys, when I am speaking to you, I'm moving in spirit. So I'm sorry if I sound like I'm your mama, but I promise you, I'm the complete opposite when you meet me. I'm one big teddy bear. She's shy, believe it or not. But here's the thing, guys. And trust me, I have my own notes, highlighters. Well, I don't have it right now. I'm driving, so I'm lying. But here's the thing, the process. Why does it take so long? Why is it so difficult? Well, there's a number of reasons, and if you guys, would like to chime in the comment section, please do. If there's anything you would like to add. For myself, from my experience, right, just in general, the process is very long, very difficult, because many times we are not ready for it. We're not ready for destiny. We're not ready for the vision. So it's like, just because God show us, especially if you're a visionary like myself, if God have given you a glimpse, and many times that's what it is. It's just a glimpse of what destiny is. It is huge. It's massive. It's not something that you can attain on your own. Or in fact, you probably would never even thought or dream you could attain the destiny that God has for you. It's just too big. And as human beings, we're used to kind of being comfortable, and sometimes we don't like to expand. It's almost like having a personal trainer. If you go to the gym yourself, you're going to only push yourself up for so far. But if you have a trainer, honey, listen, listen, they're going to push you past your limits, I should say. Push you past your limits. So that's what the process is about. Also, not only are we not even ready for it, if God was to give it to us right now, we would mess it up. We think we're ready, but we're not ready. We're not ready. Most of us are just not ready. Or some of you are ready because you've been in your process for quite some time, right? There's things that I'm just now seeing manifested that God have shown me 10 years ago. Seriously, 10 years ago, And so I know without a doubt, I pushed my process back because I kept trying to control the situation. I see it, so let me help you out, God. Let me help you out, God. And so the more we keep putting our hands in it, we're pushing our time back. The more we fight against what God is doing, we're pushing our time back. So he may start snatching people that you really care about. He's snatching some of these people because they just can't go with you. They're going to hold you back. They're toxic. They're, whatever. They may be your training wheels. So he's going to start pulling you from people and things and places, and you're not going to really want to give those things up because it almost feels like it's unnatural. What's going on? Especially when you don't even know everything he's doing. Especially when you just have to trust what he tells you, because a lot of the times you won't even know why he's doing it. You just know he's doing it. And so that's why it's important to stay aligned with obedience, because if you're obedient to what God is telling you to do, as difficult as some things will be to let go and to change, that it's working together for your good. It's another notch up the belt that's going to lead you to your destiny. Again, let's say, for example, someone is one of their visions is to get married, right? They want a kingdom partner, purpose partner, spouse, all that good stuff, right? Whatever you call it, your boo thing. And so many times we're not ready for the person that God has. Mind you, we've chosen all of our lives, right? We chose based on what we know, the level that we're comfortable on. Your purpose partner is a whole different level. So God doesn't bless a mess. So God's not going to send you a little messy self, right? And we're messy and don't even realize it because we're just doing what we know. What we were taught, what we were conditioned when we were younger. We didn't know any better, so it's no knock or diss to us, right? So let's just say you came from that household where both your mom and your daddy was crazy. Everybody fussing, everybody's all over the place, right? Respectfully, there's no structure, there's no balance, there's nothing. Just everybody surviving, right? All right, cool. That's what we know. So that's what we take on, no harm, no foul. But then you think that God is a part of, honey, it's peace. And most times we're not used to peace when we came from that crazy background. So God have to start stripping you of what you're used to. And once he strips you, that's your isolation season / single season, some will call it. That's the time where God will expose you to all the things that you've been doing wrong, right? Then give you grace to work on those areas that you need to work on by putting examples in your face, by giving you downloads, And so we're sitting here thinking, well, I'm ready. No, boo. You're really not. We're really not. We have so much work to do. We want what we want. I keep saying you guys, but trust me, I'm including myself in this. We want what we want just because we think we're ready. We're going into a forever season. Your forever season is about keeping everything that you have forever. There's no more divorce. There's no more loss of business. It's forever. So this is why God has to literally condition you to be sure you are able to handle these things regardless of what you think you're able to handle. God's sitting back and watching you. That's why I always tell people, if God knows he can trust you, honey, listen, you don't even understand the blessings that await you. When God knows he can trust you, honey, he will give you so much, because the so much, which is overflow, is not for you. Your overflow is to help many others. And because God knows he can trust you with it, he will always be sure that you have overflow, because he knows you will take care and you will be obedient of whatever it is that he needs you to do, right? So you're ready for a kingdom partner, kingdom spouse, but you're still spazzing out with the boyfriend you got now, right? Spazzing out, acting the fool, whole 9 yards. Listen, do what you do. I'm not tripping, because I had them days too, right? So I'm not judging you. All I'm saying is what God has for you is just different. So he's watching you. If you're spazzing out with the man that you have now, being disrespectful, and I know what you're saying, hey, he just man up, I won't have to do it. Well, you chose him, boo. You chose the man that's not man enough, right? So why are you choosing this type of man? So you see why God have to expose things to us, because we keep thinking we're ready and we know it all. No, God is not going to release anything to us that he knows we will abort it, because the fact that we are not ready for it. You got to get yourself to the point where that flesh is so, well, first of all, it's extremely hard. It's extremely hard. That's why fasting and things like that, all that stuff is important. But your flesh have to be to the point where you are literally to the point like you're going to just let God fight all your battles. Because trust me, once your forever season arrives and all these blessings and all these things that your heart desire, all this abundance, and it's way bigger than what you think. It's way bigger than what you think. Our little minds want to just give us a little cap of what we think we deserve. Honey, you might be thinking about God's going to give you this job. God about to give you a whole business. You're thinking about a spouse, and God is about to take you and your spouse and have y'all doing works all around the world. So it's bigger than what we can see. So this is why we have to be intentional about making sure that we are obedient, that we are at a place of stillness at times in order to receive our downloads. So because you're going to be receiving all these things, guess what's going to come with that? A lot of haters, a lot of haters. That's why I'm so grateful and so thankful now that I got exposed to haters early on in my life, because now it's like you can just blow them off. Like, that stuff won't even penetrate you. I can't tell you guys how many times I'm constantly blocking and just blocking and just blocking, and like, oh, let me pray for this child behind the scenes after I block her, because girl, you sitting here harassing my nerves about nonsense because you jealous of this and you jealous of that. Sis, I'm going to pray for you, but if you were smart, you would really be trying to but I'm going to leave that alone, right? But the point of the matter is, all that stuff, all that jealousy, for no reason, will come. If you think people are jealous of you now, wait till you hit your forever season. Wait till God start releasing blessings that you've asked for, blessings that you deserve. Are you at a place where you're able to deal with these haters now, right? Because listen, when I first started my YouTube channel, right, probably about, 6 years ago, something like that, I was stuck at, listen, y'all think I'm going to, listen, I promise you, I was stuck at 13 subscribers for 1 year. 1 year. And I was so mad and so pissed, because I'm like, I never even wanted a YouTube channel. I just got the download to do it. So I'm doing it. I'm doing, Lord, what you asked me to do. So why do I have 13 people for a year? For real. I was so mad because he would make me put the recordings up every day. And I got to the point, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. And of course, I got convicted. Anytime something is your purpose and your calling, you will get convicted. No matter how much you walk away from it, God will send your butt right back. That's how you know it's purpose. That's how you know it's purpose. And so one day when I was obedient and I went back, right, one of those 13 subscribers sent me an email that made me cry for like 2 hours straight. You know, she was literally in the process of contemplating taking her own life and X, Y, and Z and da-da-da. But one of my recordings, you know, stopped her, and I was like, Lord, please forgive me for complaining about numbers. And through my obedience, because I kept on and kept on, then eventually, you know, subscribers grew and all that stuff. Also, every now and then with those 13 subscribers, I'll get a little hater in the comment section, and I'm spazzing out. Yep, spazzing out with these fools. So God is like, boo, if you're spazzing out with one, how am I going to trust you with 100? So it's all about killing your flesh, all about unlearning a lot of the things that we were taught, all about getting aligned for you can get your downloads on how to start, you know, developing certain areas of your life, your character, your integrity. So you got to get to a place where you literally let God fight your battles. If you're spazzing out on your man right now, right, or your woman, whatever it may be, God have to get you to a place where you can literally close your mouth, hold your peace, call it submissive, call it meek, call it whatever you want to call it, but you're going to just let God fight your battles. And listen, that was the hardest. Woo. That was one of the hardest lessons for me to learn, because honey, when God has given you a mouthpiece to speak for him, and then turn around at some point and tell you you can't use it for X, Y, and Z, but Lord, you gave me this big mouth. So now you're telling me I got to be quiet? But listen, when you get to the point, people don't understand. Well, I didn't understand. People don't understand the power of silence. Your man, and I'm man, woman, plug whoever you want to plug in, respectfully. Your man could be getting on your nerve. He could be wrong in a situation. All wrong, all caps, all A-L-L, all caps wrong, right? But now, you know, if you just close your mouth, as hard as it will be, let him go in the room, watch the game, you go in the living room, read your book, do whatever you do. And even though you're burning inside and you want to, when he's in there watching that game, When he's watching that game, he won't even be able to enjoy the game because he's being so convicted in his spirit, right? Because he probably already know he's wrong, or he may not even know he's wrong. But the way God will convict him in his spirit will be way more than you can attempt to convict him with your mouth. And what's going to happen? That spirit going to be convicted and so much on fire, he's going to have to come back in there and apologize to you. And even if he's not a man who, because every person doesn't apologize easy. Like some people just come in there and be nice or buy you a gift or want to take you out to eat. I don't know why men think all we want to do is eat. Are you hungry? No. I'm reading my book. No, you want that burger? No, I'm not hungry. Nope. So the point of the matter is, when God brings these things, we cannot do the things that we were taught. And not all of us were taught that way. And I'm not saying that I was taught that way. I'm speaking as a whole or in general. We cannot do the things that we were taught and that the only way we know. Not when God brings this stuff. We just can't. You want a business, right? But the job you're on now, you're still stealing these folks. You're still stealing these folks ink pens and paper clips and staples and all that stuff, typing paper and taking it home. You're stealing these folks' stuff, but you want God to bless you with the business. God is watching those small little things like that. God is watching the fact that, okay, you want a business, but you won't even respect the Walmart business and push your cart back. You're in the middle of the lot, don't care who have to park behind you, throwing McDonald's papers in these people's lots. You won't respect somebody else's business, but you want God to bless you with the business. This is the type of stuff that God will process. And again, it takes forever because sometimes he has to process us. We're fighting against the process, right? He has to work on the other person, work on the other things, got to move people out the way on the other side, things you don't know about. So we're complaining about the time. But there's things not only on your end, but also on the other end of whatever it is that you're waiting for. You know, you're waiting for a microphone for whatever reason. You want to sing, you're a comedian, you're a motivational speaker, whatever. You want the microphone, but honey, honey, are you ready for those things that comes with it? Are you ready for the people who won't even support you? Are you ready for the people who will criticize you? Are you ready for the people who's going to love you when you're up, and when you hit rock bottom, they're going to kick you when you're down? Could you deal with all that without turning to drugs and alcohol? You know? So there's so much that we don't consider. Blessings are blessings, honey, but you're going to constantly be in warfare with blessings. Constantly. And the only reason why I think people who are blessed abundantly, and I know many of these people who are blessed abundantly, I really believe that the people who I know have the peace with their abundance and their blessings, these people know God, so the grace covers all of that. And that's not to say that they don't deal with warfare, because they still do. But then I know people who are abundantly blessed and really don't know God like that, right? Or they turn their back on God for personal reasons or whatever. They don't have no peace behind that stuff. They got money, but they're stressed out. They got money, but got to question who really loves them. They got money, but they're constantly on drugs and alcohol because there's no peace. You know? So there's a lot of stuff that comes with what we're asking. We just want. But we don't know the sacrifices that comes with these things. So we're asking God for more. The more he gives you, the more responsibility you're going to have. God don't care nothing about you tired. He don't care nothing about you want to go home and your feet hurting, but he's asking you to go in. Listen, I'm not going to even get into the stories, but the point of the matter is I was obedient and I did it. I was tired. I wanted to go home. It was a long day, but right at the end of the day, I'm called to 2 separate individuals, 2 separate locations. But I did it. And some blessings came unexpectedly today that I was not even looking for, but they came because of, you know. So it's not about you. Again, some people are wanting marriages and wanting this because they want a partner. You want the business because you want more money. You want things because of you. There's other things connected to it. God's going to give you a blessing so you can be a blessing to others. So if you're a selfish person, your process is going to be longer because he has to strip you and humble you to make you understand, honey, it's not your money. This is my money. I'm giving it to you. I need you to help other people. But if you're selfish now, I got to work on that. And until you get unselfish, you wouldn't be getting no more money. I'm telling you. So whatever areas that you're struggling, you know, everybody got those areas. Is it your mouth? Right? I'm raising my hand. No longer. But honey, that's all I heard every day. And your mouth now, you don't know when to be quiet. All you want to do is write your mouth. Well, lead me properly and I'll shut up. Woo! Is it your mouth? Right? Are you selfish? Are you stubborn? Are you stealing these paper clips? What are those areas? Are you still spazzing out at your boyfriend or your fiance? Do you want a house, but instead of paying your rent on time, you rather go and buy some bread bottoms, and then the rent is late? All these things are character and integrity. And guess what? Most of us weren't born with that. Most of us didn't have examples of that. So that stuff have to be processed and built, and all this stuff. Integrity, character. Whew, child. I got tested this morning. I won't even get into that, but I'm proud of myself, right? Because I stood firm on making sure that I killed my flesh and I kept my character. And I did. And the same person had to come right back to me and apologize because they got convicted. So it's hard, guys. But truth of the matter is, that's what's taking so long. It's a process. Just because God shows it to us doesn't mean we get it overnight. Just because he shows it to you, and even if he's ready to give it to you, and even if you think you're ready, if he knows you're, because you can't lie to him, even if he knows you're not ready, he will not release it. He's not about to he's not co-signing that nonsense. All that mess, all that foolishness that we done did all of our life, he's just not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Not in your forever season. Nope. You're going to have to become a whole different person. And honey, it's hard. So that's why the process is long. Because you are the holdup. Anyway, you guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.